Hello everyone, so thank you for joining me. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew Cipriano, and today I'm making a quick video about what a life coach actually does. So just as a quick backstory before I get into it, to give you some legitimacy of who I am, I spent the last 4 years studying psychology in university, and it was a long path, and I worked at a psychiatric hospital for 2 years. In addition, I have been into like self-help, and I had like a bout with clinical depression myself, and I've been trying to find a path down psychology where I can help people improve their lives in really dramatic ways. It's taken me a really long time to confidently say that life coaching is where I'm going to go with it. Again, I have the 4 year in applied psychology. If I was going to go into the clinical world, I would probably have gotten a master's degree or a doctorate, and then been like a clinical psychologist. But after working in clinical psychology for 2 years, I realized that I want to take people who are not clinically ill, but not exactly happy with their lives or not functioning at what level they could be, and take them to the next point. So life coaching, in short, is like taking people who are trying to improve their lives. Usually you pick one dimension to focus on. So like I want to focus on helping people find careers that they're happy with, because I think a lot of people are in jobs that they're just not happy in. They're miserable, and they know they're miserable, and they just don't think they can do better. So you take somebody in one field of life, like maybe someone's drinking too much, or they smoke weed and they don't want to be, or they're compulsively eating, and you help them get through that. It kind of touches the clinical world occasionally, but it isn't technically clinical where you have a license and you're helping clinically ill people, if that makes sense. All right, so the very heart of life coaching is kind of helping people see their mind from an objective viewpoint. Kind of like a therapist, but it's a little bit different. You don't typically focus on like the past in life coaching, you're focusing on the present moment. It's usually some kind of cognitive behavioral therapy based in that, so like thoughts create emotions, and you're helping people figure out what's actually holding them back in life, or what's making them compulsively eat, or stay in a job they hate, or not actually become what they want to or reach their potential. And it's a very, very applicable way of doing this. So just to give you an example, because I said earlier I want to be like a career life coach. So my friend came to me a while back, and he is currently working in a job he just isn't into. It's stable, he gets an hourly rate that's like livable, but he's always wanted to get into the fitness industry. So he talked to me about it. He came to me kind of for a coaching session, not really, but we ended up being a coaching session. And I sat down with him and he talked, and I just listened, and we kind of took all of his story apart and found out where there was places where he's holding himself back and why it's a genuine reason. Usually when people are holding themselves back from something, it's typically because they don't want to feel emotion, and we aren't trained how to feel emotion in life. I know that sounds very basic and like not the right area to focus on if you're trying to create the life of your dreams, but it literally is learning how to feel your emotion, and processing through that, building healthy boundaries, figuring out what goals you want, and most likely you're not achieving the goals that you're setting for yourself because of some kind of emotional boundary, like you don't want to feel rejection or fear. So pretty much, in short, life coaching is trying to help people see their lives from a third party that's objective, non-judgmental, and then help them work through the emotions they need to get through to achieve goals or stop bad habits or whatever they want to achieve. We can get them there. All right, so really fast, now that I've kind of touched on what life coaching is, it's really important to say what it is not. So there's a lot of different theories in schools in life coaching. It's an unregulated field, so you can get certified but not licensed. But most life coaches would agree that life coaching is not advising. You're never giving people advice. The whole point is that you're helping your client build awareness so they can use their own wisdom to solve their own problems. So it's empowerment through awareness. But you're not advising, you're not typically a clinician. There are some clinicians and doctors and therapists in life coaching programs, but most of the time, or at least you should expect, that life coaches won't be licensed clinicians unless they say otherwise and they can prove it. In addition, life coaches use like actual cognitive behavioral therapy and scientific, like social sciences, to do their life coaching. It's not really any like woo-woo stuff or just something that isn't so proven in science like tarot cards. Life coaching really does use proven methods and proven cognitive behavioral therapy to help you get past your hurdles and emotional stuff. So just to kind of wrap up, life coaches are supposed to help you build more conscious awareness in your life, and then they also do things like boundary building, helping with goal planning, time management, stuff like that. But the main focus is building awareness in your life so that you can empower yourself to act after you're aware. So for anybody interested in more information, you can always reach out to me in my comment section below, and I hope that you learned something in this video. Again, I'm going to be specializing in helping people find careers that are really meaningful for them, which I think is so important, and I think there's so many people in really meaningless careers, in jobs that they have no passion in, and that literally sucks the life out of every area in your life. I also want to help people with vaping problems. I intend to have a stop vaping course out by the end of 2022 so that people can hopefully kick the addiction to nicotine. Because I did that about 8 months ago and I was using for about 7 years. And life coaching, actually, not clinical psych, was the reason that I stopped vaping and was able to remain a non-vapor. So I hope you guys learned something. Please leave comments below what you think, ask questions, reach out to me, and I would love to do a free consultation or just talk to you more about the field. I'm looking for clients right now, and I think it'd be fun just to have an open and honest conversation with you. Thank you. Have a good day.